Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I hope you're all okay. Welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome back to any returning subscribers. I am going today to do another episode in my ephemera series, and at the moment I'm doing Junket July along with hashtag Tatty Treasure. So although I don't know whether to call it Junket July or not, because it's right at the end and I didn't start doing it until last week, but I had planned to do some episodes of using up some junk. Anyway, today I'm going to make some pockets out of these toilet rolls. Now these were toilet roll cores. They've been sprayed with antibacterial spray and left flat, so you flatten them down, you give them a good old burnish, and while they're damp you leave them under a heavy book, or you can, I mean, these were inspired by Angela Kerr, and I watched her make these months and months ago, and I've been collecting a few, not too many, and she says you can, you know, obviously put them under a heavy book. You can, if you have a cry cut machine, I think it is, or die cut machine, you can run them through there, or an embossing machine, you can run them through there to flatten them. She said you can even run them through a pasta maker if you have one of those at home. I don't have one of those. My husband's a bit anti-gadget in this house for kitchen gadgets. Different when it comes to his things for him, but anyway, I probably wouldn't use a pasta maker if I had one, to be honest. So let's have a look and see what we do. So when I watched Angela, she just used ordinary book page. Now this is book page from my glue book. Just be careful if you're using book page that there's nothing really on it that's not very nice. So no rude words or anything like that. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to do 3 today, and I'm going to do 3 different types, so one of each. So we take the first one, so it's as flat as I can get it. Okay, so we're going to take this page, we're just going to trim it down a tiny bit. I'm going to take that header off like that, and we are going to glue this. So we want a bit more at the bottom, I think. Let's take these pieces off. Okay, so my page is a very thin page actually. Mine's 5 inches wide, and at the moment it is 6 inches tall. So any paper would do, anything. So I'm gonna glue mine on this side. So just center it at the top, and you're gluing the top edge down onto the glue paper, onto your book paper rather, sorry. So I'm just going to use that. I'm going to use my glue stick and give it a good coating like that, and then we're just going to kind of center it, and we're going to lay that down at the top of that page, give that a burnish down, okay, like so. And then we're going to take, I'm just going to take a tiny bit more of here. It's entirely up to you how big or small you make these pieces. So Angela cut just short of the corner on both sides. I mean, it's a bit rough, but she said it doesn't matter. Well, mine's a bit rough. Look, that shape is terrible. Okay, so that over there, and I'll tidy that up. So hope I haven't cut too much off of here now in my haste. So you want to cover the back like this, okay? So if you take your bone folder and just crease it down there, down the side and along the bottom. I did cut rather too much off of there. So we're going to stick these two sides down first. So you want to glue down there and give that a burnish down. And then we'll glue that side. And that one. And then lastly, we're going to glue this awful shaped flap up. I don't know what I was thinking. Just give that a bit more glue there. This is not old book page, but it is very porous and it does not seem to take a lot of any glue, any type of glue really. The only one I haven't tried is my Beacon 3-in-1. So that is your pocket. Okay, I'm just going to wipe that bit of excess glue off there. Okay, so I'm just going to neaten the top up of mine with the guillotine, because these tubes, they'll all be different, slightly different depending on the manufacturer. One of these days I think I am probably going to break this guillotine, so maybe we won't do that again. So then she put a thumb hole in hers, so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to have a look and see where we think the middle is of here roughly, and just make a small thumb hole like so. And then with this piece, what you're going to do is you're going to take the piece of book page, if you can, away from the cardboard, and mine's still gluey, lay this flat, and where you put your thumb hole in, you're going to stick that back in there, so that when it's open you don't see the back of the toilet roll, you just see that. And I'm going to give mine an ink round. Like so. It's up to you if you want to do this or not. You can ink or not, it's your choice. Okay, so that's a little bit damp with glue stick. Oh. So we'll decorate this one up very quickly. Okay, so I've got some bits out of my scraps, so this is another way of using up some scraps. I've also got some fussy cuts, and they're mainly Edith Holden ones, so we can see what there is. So that's wild strawberry, that's rather nice. And then I've got a couple of other different ones, and that's nice. That's lilac. It's a lilac one, so we put the lilac one on here. No, actually I like the strawberry, so I'm going to put the strawberry on. So just going to give that a light ink round. And again, you don't have to do this. Right, just hold on one moment, someone's at the door. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, I'm going to put this wild strawberry on, and I'm going to keep the title of it there. So before I do that, I want to just collage the back a little bit. So I'm taking all my scraps, these bits, and let's have a look and just put some down and see what happens. So I've got a bit of lace paper there. What else have we got? Just have a look before I tear that. Quite liking that. Let's see. So I've got them to the side of me, or you can see them on screen, so that's all right. I've got a bit of, let's see, a bit of coffee dyed paper here. Let's take that. piece of that, and maybe we will turn that up this way, and oh, I quite like that actually. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to ink round these. I'm just using tea dye Distress Oxide for mine. Not tea dye, Vintage Photo. Apologies. Okay. Tea dye on the brain today. As I was thinking actually earlier, I'd quite like some tea dye Distress Oxide. I've got the tea dye Distress ink, but it doesn't seem to be very, I don't know, juicy is the only word I could describe. So got my glue book. Let's get the glue stick back and we'll glue these down. Just literally, they're just scraps of paper out of my small scrap tiny pieces box that I keep. So I've got a box of tinies. Box of, which side do we want? Like that one? No, I like that one darker. Obviously I must have printed that double-sided at some point, probably for a journal or something. So let's give that. It's very thirsty, this paper, this book paper. Right, so now we're going to stick this down. Let's get rid of that, turn it over. I need to do some fussy cutting. I really do. So I want it like so. Oh gosh, someone else has pulled up now. Okay, so I want to put a label or something on. So let's see, nice label down the bottom, quite nice. There is, does say wild strawberry there, so we don't want anything with words on. Sounds like there's a van manoeuvring outside, which I've said to you before is typical when I start videoing. So I think I'll have that there, quite like that. I don't want to spend too much time looking for labels. I don't want one with words, I said. So the first one I pick out that's blue. Let's see, what have we got in the green? Seem to use this one. No, that's too big. So keep that one out. Okay. Okay, this is quite a nice one. This is 1898 it says. Well, I quite like that, so I'm going to put that on. I've got the window open, so I apologise if you can hear anybody talking outside. Just gluing that off camera. But that's there like so. And then what else have I got? I've got some of these tapes, so we could tear a piece of one of these off and have that along the side. Let's get a few of these out. Well, actually I quite like that. I've just spotted a butterfly in a circle. Quite like that, so I think maybe we're going to put that on. So I will ink round that before I peel it off. Easier said than done. These definitely are they labels, or am I imagining that they were? Yes, they are. Sometimes I doubt myself, so I like that colour because I think it goes nicely with that paper, like so. And there we have the first pocket. And then obviously, if you have your journal page, so say this was your journal page, you could put it just here on your journal page and pop a tag in, or you can have them that way on and two to a page, so you've got side tucks. You could glue them down 3 sides and have a top loading pocket behind. So it's quite versatile, and that's out of a toilet roll, so I think that's very good. Right, so the next one we're going to do is, let's have a look. Now the next one we're going to do is this one. Just hold on, sorry that my husband's just come home. So with this one, what we're going to do is going to be exactly the same principle, except we are going to cut down that way, lengthways, like that. So we're going to have a top opening pocket. Okay, so I'm going to neaten those edges, but this time I'm going to do it single-sided, so that so you can just see that this is not at all straight anyway, the top of this. So it's the way they're made. I mean, they're not really made to be turned into anything, I don't think, apart from landfill, maybe. Okay, so that didn't quite cut that off, so I just need to go back there and do that. Okay, that's better. I'm happy with that. So again, we take our piece of book page, and I am just checking there's nothing naughty on it. Don't think there is. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to glue this one right to the top here, like this. And again, if you want to cut some off, you can cut some off. I won't, because my book pages aren't that big. So I'm going to cover that side with glue stick, like that. And I'm going to put my page on the side, like so. And I'm going to just roughly gauge the top, like that. Let's give that a wipe over. Like that. Just checking on the underside that that's going to be our front, that it looks okay. Okay, so again, take the bone folder, just give it a score down on each side, like that. And then I'll try and make a better flap this time than I did before. Ooh, I'm not very good at making these flaps, am I? Okay. Right, so we're going to take glue stick. Where's my glue book? I must use that and not get lazy and use my mat, because then it gets very sticky. And we are going to make sure we've got that bit open, it's not glued itself down. So just sticking that down like that. Turn it round. This glue stick seems to be getting very sticky. And again, glue that down. And then we're going to glue down this. So we're going to just fold those flaps over slightly to neaten them off at the corner, like that. And again, that side, it's like so. It's like a little envelope. Then we'll run some glue over there, and we will pull that up, and I'm very sticky, gosh, very sticky indeed. This is, I become very sticky. It's very, very warm here today. We woke up to absolutely torrential rain this morning. It was a real deluge. So I just want to make sure that's open and not glued down. Okay, there it is. Let's give that a wipe and a press round. Okay, and then we are going to put a thumb hole. Well, I am with mine. Do like a nice thumb hole. Just going to eyeball it and take this off of the card. It's still very, very, very sticky. So I'm going to hold that down so I can see. And it happens to be plain anyway, this top piece. And going to make sure that's like that. Right, let's give that an ink round. Yeah, we had a deluge of rain. It was awful. Woke me up this morning at 5:30, and then it said on my laptop for work that it was going to be 29 degrees, something like that, and I thought, no way, because it was really miserable. When I took Paddy out this morning, I'd put Wellingtons on and it was really miserable, but then it's warmed up considerably and become really hot and muggy again. So we want to decorate this one. So I think maybe we'll have some music paper, and these are just scraps. So I am going to just stick down a piece like this, or quite like that side. Let's ink round that. I'm speeding up as much as I can today after my last marathon of a video. And I quite like this lace, but let's see what else we've got. So if we have a look first at what fussy cut we might use. I mean, I quite like the nest and the eggs, but it's a little bit wide. I have got these blue roses. That would be quite nice actually. So I can, you know, I can make generic one that well, I'm making a present for somebody I know. Well, I can't say anything really because they don't know. And yeah, well, I'd better not say anymore actually. Not a crafter, not anyone, just, you know. Right, that's enough, Susan, don't say any more. Right, so this one will be nice because, you know, they can all be different, and then you can put them in your stash, and then when you need one for a journal, you've got a few things made. I've been watching Tanya at Tatty Treasure making, you know, building up her stash, and Dee's Crafty Pace has been doing hers, and I believe Julia Camellia Craft Design has also been doing that, and I know that Tammy Antwerp has got her Friday makes, or it's something like that anyway, and so everyone's kind of got that same idea. So these, I'm just taking off some of this white, which I'm not keen on, so these will really be very good for keeping. So I've got a few ideas about different things I want to make theme wise, so yeah, anyway, who knew the humble toilet roll core could make such great things. Right, I didn't throw it on the floor, my bin's sort of to the side and to the back of me. Right, so I'm going to use this and I'm going to distress around here. It's got brown in it actually, this rose. It's quite gothic-y looking, I think, which is right up my street actually. I haven't really found a theme, I guess, that I really, you know, I'm not kind of a botanical girl. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I guess I'm one of these people, I like to mix it up a bit, maybe I'll settle eventually on what I want to do. So I think it goes that way. There's a bud there. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much that, well, we could have it like that actually, that way round. Right, so we want to look for some bits of background that maybe it will look nice against. So that'd be quite nice, I think. Let's just take a piece of that. We've got some book page, some music page here. So we'll do a different sort of collage. That's quite nice. And then I think we'll put a piece in the corner. Let's see, see what a piece of that looks like. But don't ask me whose digitals these are. They're just so, I've had these scraps so long. I keep, obviously like everyone, keep making scraps out of scraps. It's never ending. Okay, so I think might want something a bit darker than that. What else have we got here? Oh, we've got this. That's very nice. I like the colour of that. It's like a kind of a lavender colour. So that might be nice there. Quite like that. Do I like this though? Is that I'd like plain, maybe something plain. What about something like that? Oh, I quite like that. Right, I'm going to go with that because otherwise I'll end up spending ages procrastinating about. I'm not tearing this in half. This can go down as it is, and it can. Let's put that side up like that. So I have that there and that there. Ink round this. Okay, and I like that piece at the top with that darker piece on. So right, let's get these down. Blue book. I think I'm pressing too hard on this glue stick. A little piece of paper there. So I want the piece that's not fibrous. Put that there, like so. And then I think, let's see, just before we put that properly down, I think we'd change our mind and go that. No, we said this side, didn't we? And we want that sort of there, I think. Okay, and I think I'll use my art glitter for this because it's thicker paper. I'm really nearly at the end of this bottle, squeezing the life out of it. I don't like wasting though. I don't like think, oh, there could be another. It's a bit like a toothpaste tube, isn't it? Squeeze the life out of that, roll it up. Do you remember when toothpaste tubes, I mean, I'm probably showing my age now, were metal? And you used to roll them up because you could do that with them. So I'm going to put that here like so. Very delicate actually. Oh, I like that. So now we want a nice label. So with a nice, oh gosh, a whole lot stuck to my fingers. Would the nice red one look nice there, do you think? Or do you want one a bit more striking than that? I've got this one. It's quite nice. That's quite nice. And that says natural history. Bit too blue, I think. You know, I think it goes sort of melds into it a bit too much. I think a red one would be quite nice. This is a nice one. Oh, I like that one actually. We'll have that, and then we will see. We've got one of Angela's typewritten words, flourish, which we could put up there. What else have we got? Got a tiny little green one here. No, I don't want green. No, that's green as well. Oh, here's a tiny blue one. Some of them are really, really weeny. Let's quickly go around this one. We'll just take those corners off. Like that. And I think I'm just reaching up, so I've got bits and bobs. This is where this was joined, which is a shame because that piece is probably not usable now. It's got glue on it, not my glue. I think I have to throw that away. It's where it was joined. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, so we'll put this on here. Just give that a bit of background. I will tidy up afterwards. Messy, aren't I? Come on. Okay. Like so. And a bit more on here. Just a bit more, please. That's it. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's there, and then I'll just cut round this word. And distress the edges to make it stand out. We could put that up there, or we could put that behind, I don't know, something dark-ish, something darker. I've got tea bag actually, but I just thought I might use this for a change. Just see. a real scrappy do. Scrappy do. I like that. Okay. Just going with the flow today. Doing whatever takes my fancy. Come on. It's really struggling. Sounds like an asthmatic person. Like that. And I think we might put a bit of bling along there, as it's such a lovely rose. We'll put something blingy. Those are very tiny. I think those will get lost. That's a flower. We don't want another flower on there. Got lots of loose things down the bottom. Oh, they stick to each other. Look, all these things sticking to each other. They're not sticky, those. Oh, I don't like those on there. What else have I got? I thought something gold actually would be quite nice, maybe. So let's find something like that, maybe. Red or not red, no. Pearl. Gosh, somebody sounds like they've got an engine. Oh, these are my favourite. Let's use these. Can you hear that? That's actually a vehicle. It's probably a courier. That sounds very unhealthy to me. That engine. So I think I'm going to put these. Oh. Far too much on now. Sorry, I apologise for the noise. It's awful, isn't it? Absolutely awful. It's putting me right off what I'm doing. And it's probably going to end up being another long video now because... gosh, I can't get these on. That's one. Thank goodness that's gone away. Don't want it. I did put a rather too much glue, I think. That totally put me off. It's because I've got the window open, so I do apologise. Okay, where's that? Move that one up a bit and I will wipe that glue off. So that's the second one, and put those away before we tip them out all over the place. Now the third one And where is my, here it is. Third one is, again, quite simple. I'm going to cut down here, again, cut down the side. And what you want is to make this into a square. So, I mean, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit inches. So I want it to be, I'd say, 4. What's it down here? Whatever this is. So yeah, that's just over 4. So if we make that 4, just measure that out quickly. So there. Oh, I've got bits everywhere now. Very messy. Gosh, now I can hear a pack of, it sounds like a pack of dogs. I'm surprised Paddy hasn't decided to join in. He thinks he's the only dog allowed in this road. Okay, now that doesn't look straight to me. Probably blunted this. Okay, I might have to give the blade a clean, I think. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to cut that into directly in half across the middle, and I'll do it with this so that you have two of the corner pockets. So today, and we can keep this piece because you can make a little belly band out of that with the same principle. So we're just quickly doing one. Okay, I'm just going to pin this glue and put it upside down in my pen pot. So again, we want to cover, I don't want that piece, I want to cover it with this, like so. So Angela just literally tore it. Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea. Look how badly that, well, that's not torn very well, has it? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stick it down first. And to make sure. Okay, I'm going to stick it in the middle. So, glue book. I've got some loads of book page anyway still in this. So it doesn't matter, we can use another piece if we want. But we will move that and we'll stick this down here like so. Again, so that that's on the edge there, and then we'll cut round it, which is a much better way of doing it, I think. So just tidy that up. Like so, and keeping those, I decided. Right, and so all we're going to do is we're going to collage the front, decorate it however we want. So let's see what we're going to put on it. We want something a little bit smaller, so we've got this lovely lilac here, might just about fit. Now I guess it doesn't matter if it doesn't. But I would like it to, actually. I don't think I've got anything here that is going to actually work very easily. So we'll collage it up first. start with a piece of this lace paper. Actually, I think that's the fibrous side that I've torn down. So we'll put that there. And just a bit more. Okay, I'll take a bit off there. Okay, good ink around that, so now I can see what it looks like, because the inking does accentuate it and highlight it, so I do like that. So that's nice. And then we want something else. Oh, I've got a lot on the floor. Have a lot of tidying up to do, I think. Well, maybe we'll tear that down there, kind of like that. Keep this one quite light. And let's see, what else have we got? We've got a nice little bit of very busy music paper there, which we could put in here, like so. That underneath, so that's quite nice. I'm going to go all around it because I don't know which bit I want to put where, you know, which side up. And let's do this one. So we want, I want it up that way, that side, like so, and then this is going to go, so that's going first, so oh gosh, do you know, I'm not going to video at tea time straight after work, because there's too many people deciding they're going to chat on their phone, they're going to stand at their door, they're going to rear up their engines. I think I let it get to me a bit too much sometimes, and I should shut the window maybe and just, you know, have the window shut while I'm videoing. Oops. Alright, okay, that's done. So we've got some stickers, I think we'll use those. Now these I think are going to be too big-ish. Yeah, they are. I think I've tried those in the past. Let's see what have we got here. So we've got that nice thistle. Quite like to use more than one. Oh, that's quite nice. And we have a rose, which is quite nice. That's nice. Okay, so we use that. Put those back for a moment because I've got too much out. And let's have a look at these pocket tapes and see. Could run one down the bottom. Quite nice. These are all adverts, so that's quite nice. So I think it's between this one and this one. I think I'll go with the darker one. So let's get this down. We'll ink round this whole pocket first, which is curled up a little bit actually, so that will have to be put somewhere under something quite heavy, I think, to flatten it out. So if we put this rose down first, like that. Oh, nearly done. So we'll put maybe 2 there. I'm just going to try and ink round those before I peel it off. And there it is. My fingers are very sticky, doesn't want to. So if we put it along the bottom like that. No. Let's put some glue along there now I've moved it. Whoops. Never wants to stand up. That's better, I like that better. Okay, and then want something down here, so I think a nice bit of lace would be nice. Well, this is crochet trim. I don't know if sometimes it gets black marks from the manufacturer or wherever it came from. This came in a just bundled up in a bag. I believe I bought it on Amazon thinking it would come all nicely packaged, and it came all quite screwed up like this. Look, yeah, it wasn't the best way of delivering it. Excuse me while I just get the beacon 3-in-1 down. Again, this is nearly at the end, so never fails to amaze me that this, if you stand the bottle up with the lid off, it will just come out like a volcano, but when you tip it up like this to try and use it, it doesn't want to come out. See, my hands are sticking to everything now. The hazards of glue. So we'll put that along there, even though it's all curled up. This is, look, I can see there's a bit of that there, so we'll leave that to dry. And I did have a cloth here, but it's disappeared. It's probably gone down on the floor. Right, okay, let's put the glue back, and then so if this was our journal, we could put this down on a corner like this. And when it's in a book or whatever you're using it for, you can then add to the embellishments, I think. You know, sometimes you don't want to embellish them too soon. Not totally, I mean, rather than too soon, totally. But leave a bit of leeway for adding a bit more when you've put it somewhere and you know what you're going to use it in. So Okay, so there we have it. I just clear away this. I will make this one into one off camera because it's been too long already. And here we have, let's just trim off that like so. And here we have our 3 pieces made out of toilet roll cores. So I hope you like them. So we have this lovely pocket here, and we have a wider one here, and then we have this side tuck, so you glue it there and there, and then have a tuck in there, so you could put something nice in, like a nice, say this was a journal card, you'd put that in there like that. Okay, so that's me. That's episode 2 of the Junket July, or using junk, making ephemera from junk. Right, okay then, I'll see you all soon. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care, bye bye.